Hey guys, B2 here checking in with a new video. Life's been a little bit crazy. Just finally got high-speed internet, living way out in the country. Wanted to drop a new game, Million Lords, on you. Been playing this for a while and I'm mediocre at it, to be honest. But I do find it interesting. I definitely think there's some upgrades that can be done, but basically on the load screen, it's a map domination game that doesn't have a map to it, oddly enough, right? So you can see that my little logo here, I created this while we were on vacation in Jamaica. But so I figured I'd go with the black, green, and yellow, the yellow colors on here. So the basic idea is that you're this lord here in the corner, and this is kind of your little home screen. I'm 7.57 million people in my kingdom. I've got 16 towns. Right now I have 231 coins, basically your gold to go. Season stats, my best rank was 1.77 thousand in my first season. I started with about 6 days left. So the great thing about this game, though, is that one season is only 30 days, and then you can it restarts, but you get to keep your basically your, I don't know what I'm saying, like you don't get to keep your levels on your guy, but you get to keep your gear, I guess is the best way to say it. So if I look, like, all my gear will be static, and these things are given by the chest that you open every 5 levels or so. Or you can definitely pay to purchase. I won't say pay to win, because this game is not pay to win. There's only a very few basic features that you can go on and scale up. And if you look, like, it's this advisor here. I have 18 days left. That guy is 1,000 gems, and if you buy him for 30 days, he will get the best gear for the situation you're in. If you're defending, he takes your best defense gear. If you're attacking, he takes your best attack gear, and you don't have to manually flip it back and forth, which is awesome. If you're not attacking or defending, he'll put your production gear on, and then that's what matters over on this side here where I'm tapping. It will tell you, like, how many people you gain per hour and how many coins you gain per hour. Those are all important things, because when you get on the actual well, let's finish walking through this thing, right? So then here's your level up screen. You can reset your skill points, but each one of these do different things. So, for instance, one of them that you want to get high pretty quick is plus 2% on defense, but then you can go in here and get more prosperous, 10% on coins. This one over here is I have a 20% when attacking bonus. And then over here you can recruit. There's some plus on there. Up here, this is pretty. You need this one. It's a must-have one here. It's called Fearless. 2% survival when attacking. So you can have a 75%. So if you attack with 1 million guys, you'll keep 750,000 of them. Now, when you go into Fearless with, like, defense survival, you can actually gain players by defending and raising your towns. And I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty quick. Those of you that live and die by notifications on your phone will get extremely jazzed about this, because you'll be able to raise your kingdom just by defending on there. And then, of course, your gear, you can tap on it, and if you want to, there's a button that's over here about combining gear. See, that one's 2 of 8. When it gets over to 8 of 8, you can upgrade it, and boom. So you want to do that with all your gear and constantly look each time you open a chest. And then, of course, on here, it's going to show you for the buying the weapon master what gear it's using in what situation, right? So my production gear is giving me plus 16 coins. My attack gives me plus 16. And defense is I mean, so it's all on there basically. I don't have any speeds because I haven't upped that yet. I'm still trying to figure out what the right combo is on there. So that's kind of your overall. Now, down at the bottom, you could have your clan screen here, and I think we forgot an O in Phoenix, but that's okay. Man Under Fire, he's one of our bigger guys. You can sort these. He's 315, Gothmog 231. YGG and I had a great battle in the beginning, and we kind of power leveled each other before I joined the clan. But you can see rank 70 up there. If you look down to me, I'm rank 46, and that's where those skill trees come up, because each time you level, you can put a skill into something pretty cool. And then the rest of the guys are in here. We are pretty strict policy, like, so Booty Popper's there. He goes one more day. We're going to kick him and then take his land, basically. But the cool thing about this game is that you can't just go and attack anybody. Let me see if I can. So I want to find someone who's lower ranked than me, but just about everybody's higher ranked than me. But anyway, I can show you here, right? So if I go on here and I go to Scout, which is just by hitting that button, tap the city, and now I can go to a full attack mode and slide over, or I can just go to 1, which is the Scout, and it shows me it's a strong opponent, 200% XP, and XP on the walls is available. Now, I'm not going to type this guy because that 550k guys is going to end up being like 30 million, 21.3 million, because the city walls here, they're 20 million in city walls plus a 555k defense. It's just absolutely a town that's way too out of my range, right? Now, the last scene here is the last time that I've actually scouted that. It's not the last time they've been online. You can't see that. So what happens in this game, the way to really win is to wait until someone attacks you, and then go in and hit this button, which is the upgrade the city, right over here close to there. It's the gold one. This is 131k to update it. And so sometimes like I'll come in and I'll sort on my lowest ranked city, right here on Esta, and then I'll go and just do the lowest ranked ones. That also in the top left right here will show you what your total score is by the crown there, and that's how it ranks it overall, right? So pretty easy to get into. Then you can do clan messages and everything. So I'm working at, I got to attack. So on the weekends they do a really cool thing, which is if you get 100 out of 100 cities, like if you go and conquer 100 cities during the weekend, at the end of the competition they split like a massive amount of troops, which then enables you to keep attacking, right? So this game is 100% about being aggressive. I want to repeat that. In this game, you have to 100% be aggressive. Those are the top guys that go. But you have to be careful that if you attack somebody who's online, they're going to upgrade their city and then quickly move way out of the range of your troops that are marching. So you want to have shorter attacks, bigger attacks. You want to go all in. You don't want to show up and try to split your troops 3 different ways, because that person can update each of those cities, and then you end up with 3 losses on your attacks. So on this one, you can see the ranking. I'm ranked 592 overall, and I'm way, way, way behind these guys who are 2.87 million, right? So I think Fusion won last season, and these guys were all in there. They definitely know how to power level each other and kind of run up the rankings. But then you can see that, as well as you can see who the guys are around you and see how far off. Like I'm not that far off from gaining some ranks there. The next one is your cities. And this one will enable you can sort it by the alphabetical, you can sort it by the least or the most amount of troops, right? Or you can do by the level of the city. Really kind of cool. And then you can flip through your cities and see all the ones that you have. Pretty easy. This is going to give you over to the Weapon Master to make whatever changes. And then if you have marches, current marches will be this guy right here. And then over finally on the end is your battle report. So I can see the last battle I did was against Zulvar. I went 2 million against 1 million. I ended up losing 500k, and then he lost 246k. So the total was like 750. And then when I went back into my troops, I had another 500 troops, and it cycles them back to your capital. Where's mine at? Other way. So my capital is here, and whenever I attack, whatever's lost and then I survive comes back to your capital, and then you can send them back out for the next attack. It's really cool. And again, like the way to do this is to be aggressive, but to be smart aggressive and hit towns that are not super upgraded. Love that thing. So what about me? Let's walk through the rest of it. I got 16 days left on my weapons guy. It's going to show you that. It's going to show you your next rank. Like I'm close to getting up to a next rank, but I'm not anywhere near what some of those top guys are, right? So I think the only thing I want to show you else is just this shop. It's pretty easy to get gems in this game. It's not like super difficult. It's not one of these games that's going to bleed you money-wise. It really is just going to... it can only give you like 25 to 50 gems a day. So, in 20 days you can end up with not having to buy the 1,000 for the weapons master, which I would advise here, the advisors, and then the commander. So if the commander gives you infinite regroups, so if you're getting attacked at one of your towns, you can press a regroup on it. Any close towns will send troops to boost your numbers, and then you can go through the multiple scouts. Is really cool. When you click this little guy right there, they'll send out 7 or 8 scouts to the closest cities, and then you can update this really fast for only 7 troops, right? little bit harder in the beginning, like the first day and a half, when you're not generating a lot of troops and the battles are smaller. But now, like, we're getting thousands of troops. Like, if I was to go to 0, I'd be at 50 troops in about 3 seconds. So makes it, makes it a little bit easier. And then larger regroup range, that's always nice, because that will mean that you'll pull in like 9, 10 cities over to defend the one. But like best offers over here, see the chest. If you do the season bundle, it's $5 for the first month, 10 months afterwards. But it gives you the weapons master, the commander, 400 sapphires for $10. Not a bad total for a month. I'm too cheap to pay it though, so I only open chests when I make them on the levels. I don't go through here and buy. Although if you're gonna pay to win a little bit and to spin or pay to boost, it's not bad to grab a couple of chests and upgrade some gear, because they do make a huge amount of difference, especially in lower ranks when the season is starting for the first day or two. Having some really good gear, some legendary gear already, is going to make a huge difference. Of course, you can buy sapphires too, but you can see it kind of gives you a ridiculous amount. If you spent $90 and had 11,000 gems, you could play for probably 6 months without having to cash back in. So, however, I am too cheap for that, and I will not do it, right? And then here it just gives you a record of like the most current things that have happened in your kingdom, and I've made some attacks and taken some cities most from Zolvar though. He's right here. He's just kind of right on top of me, and he's 100% for me. So it's not a bad exchange if I look. So like, let's say if I wanted to test this, I could go in and scout with one. And it's going to tell you balanced opponent and wall XP is available, which is great, because here's your XP over here. This little area where it says 3 million, 6.7 million, that's to my next level. And I want to keep leveling because I want to keep adding back in over here to my tree where I can skill up, right? So definitely a high priority there. I think that pretty much nails it for the most common things. Your first season will be a little bit more of a test. When you start the game, no matter if you were, to start now or tomorrow or whenever, it's going to put you in a kind of a war fog area where there's a bunch of neutral towns. And see, right now I only own 16 towns, but when you start neutral, you can own 30 towns without having to attack a player. And that's kind of a neat start, because it just gets you to generate some coins. And then as you lose 5, 10 cities in those first couple of days, you can gain 5 or 10 back. Super easy. I think that's it, guys. So I'm going to wrap up, but I'm going to try to do a video a week. I'm going to show you some of the different games I'm playing. I'm doing this one. I'm playing Idle Heroes. I'm playing Planet War, and then my wife and I are playing Gardenscapes together, of all games. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, actually. We enjoy the competition back and forth. So anyway, guys, hope you're doing well. Wanted to check in with the video. Drop me some comments. Let me know what games you're playing. Let me know what games you'd like to see as well, because I'll download them, and if it's something I can get into, then we can start as a group on a game and just wreck some fools. So anyway, hope you're doing well. Hope you like the walkthrough of this game, and I'll see you soon. Bye.